Deep within the sun-scorched plains of Western Australia, a silent army of 20,000 flightless birds prepares to descend upon the vital wheat crops of a struggling nation. For the veteran farmers of the Campion district, this is not just an infestation, it is a full-scale invasion that threatens their very survival during the Great Depression. Desperate and outmatched, the settlers petition the government for military aid, leading to the deployment of the 7th Heavy Battery of the Royal Australian Artillery. Led by Major G.P.W. Meredith, 2 soldiers armed with Lewis machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition arrive to solve the emu problem once and for all. November 2nd, 1932, the first engagement begins. The soldiers attempt to herd the birds into an ambush, but the emus prove far more elusive than anticipated. As the Lewis guns open fire, the birds split into small, disorganized groups, rendering the military's concentrated firepower ineffective against such mobile targets. Major Meredith observes with growing frustration as the emus employ what he describes as guerrilla tactics, splitting into squads with dedicated sentries. Days pass with little success. The heavy guns are too cumbersome for the terrain, and the emus are simply too fast to be caught in a crossfire. In a bold move, the commander decides to mount the machine guns onto trucks, hoping to match the birds' speed of nearly 40 miles per hour. The result is a chaotic pursuit across the uneven landscape, where the bouncing vehicles make it impossible for the gunners to aim their weapons. One truck even crashes into a fence when an emu becomes entangled in the steering gear, bringing the day's operation to an ignominious halt. By the end of the first week, over 2,000 rounds have been fired, yet the official count of birds eliminated is embarrassingly low. The Australian Parliament erupts in debate as politicians and the press mock the military's inability to defeat a flightless bird. Yielding to public pressure, the Minister of Defense orders the withdrawal of the troops on November 8th, claiming the mission has reached its conclusion. However, the emus continue their assault on the crops, and the farmers' outcry grows so loud that the government is forced to redeploy Major Meredith. The second phase of the campaign is more methodical, with the soldiers focusing on smaller groups and achieving a higher success rate. Despite the increased efficiency, Major Meredith notes that the emus have developed an uncanny ability to withstand multiple bullet wounds without stopping. He famously remarks that if he had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it could face any army in the world. By December, the mission is officially terminated for the final time. The military claims nearly 1,000 birds were killed, though many doubt the accuracy. The Great Emu War ends not with a victory parade, but with the quiet withdrawal of the army and the continued persistence of the birds. In the years that follow, the government realizes that a bounty system is far more effective, with farmers themselves claiming over 50,000 rewards. The story of the Great Emu War remains a bizarre chapter in military history, a reminder of the unpredictable results of man's attempt to control nature. Ultimately, the emus survived the machine guns, the trucks, and the artillery, claiming an unconventional victory in the Australian outback. A century later, the birds remain as a symbol of resilience, and the conflict stands as one of the most unique and widely debated events of the 1930s.